My favorite thing was just delivered today. Alright, so as you saw, all the meat went bad in my box. Hey guys, welcome back to Nurse Katherine here. Welcome back to another Saturday vlog style video. And today's video is all about every plate. In this video, I am going over what contents are in the box, and I will actually pull all of that stuff out of the box with you. And bonus, that I am actually going to cook a meal from every plate with you all to show you what that process is like, and is it actually only a prep time of a few minutes and a cook time of a few minutes. So we will go over all of that as well. But before we get into that, let's talk about Every Plate a little bit. So Every Plate is a sister company to HelloFresh. So I believe HelloFresh made Every Plate and they're affiliated with each other. Now the difference between them is that Every Plate is cheaper than HelloFresh. Of my understanding, HelloFresh has all organic contents, but Every Plate is not organic, of what I've been told and what I've been researching. But Every Plate is also only coming in at $4.99 a meal, which is awesome. You cannot beat that. Now, one thing with Every Plate is that Every Plate is not made for a single person per se. So when ordering with Every Plate, it's more so of a family style. You can order 2 servings or 4 servings. Now this works well because I am married and my husband can have a serving and I can have a serving. But if I was single, or say one of us was away and we still wanted to get our box, all we would have to do is still continue with getting the 2 servings, but just have the same meal twice in 1 week, either that being another lunch or another dinner. But the serving sizes are the same no matter what. There is not a serving size for lunch and there is not a serving size for dinner. So before we get started with going into the contents of the box and also cooking a meal, let's just talk about the meals that Every Plate offers. They offer vegetarian meals and they also offer some with gluten-free, I believe. And I will say they offer a wide variety of meals. You always can up your meal with like steak. It is a little bit of an extra cost for some meals. I have one meal coming this week that I added steak to, so it was another $3.99 on top of what the $4.99 was. So I'm very excited for that because it's a little bit more of a gourmet meal. I will tell you, I have had 2 boxes come now, so I have had 8 meals, and all of these are not even close to being really the same. There is such a wide variety in here. The tastes are very different. So I have not eaten the same dinner from Every Plate. This will be going on week 3. And I will tell you, I had the best burger of my life from Every Plate, and that was the Super Smashed burger. So if you all are gonna get Every Plate, make sure you get this burger when they have it. But anyways, I promise I'm not a sponsor for Every Plate. I'm just going over a review video. I just wanted to let you know that I have not eaten the same dinner for, this will be 3 weeks now, which is really nice, not having to eat the same chicken and potatoes, rice, green beans, peas, all of that meal prepping stuff, because this has been so easy to make. But let's talk about downfalls of Every Plate and meal delivery systems. Now last week I had a huge issue with my box. This wasn't necessarily Every Plate's problem. It was more of the deliverer's problem to my house. So I took some footage from last week going over the contents of my box from last week. So let's take a look at that. And then let's also look about what happened to the meat in my box. And then also, let's look about what Every Plate did because of what happened. So here we go, check that out for a little bit here before we get cooking. My Every Plate box just got here, so now that is here, let's review it. I received the box last week, which was perfect. Everything was perfect in it. This week, on the other hand, is a little bit different, and here's why. So let's talk about the produce real quick. I'm not sure if this was just a mistake or if this happened in shipping, but the tomatoes were at the bottom of this box and got smashed a little bit. Not too much that I'm not going to use them, but this one definitely has a crack in it. It's not really going to bother me because I know I still can use it. Everything else in the produce looks great. Everything in these pre-packaging, this all looks great as well. Unfortunately, for some reason, FedEx decided that they could not deliver my box on time, which was to be delivered yesterday between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. For Every Plate, you set up your delivery time every single week because it is a subscription-based product. So you pick your meals and you know they're gonna be delivered. I have mine being delivered on Fridays. So it was like 7 o'clock last night. I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. My box is still not here. Well, I reached out to a rep at the company and they said FedEx delayed the delivery for some reason. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll get it tomorrow, but everything inside is super cold and it should be fine. Well, when opening up this box, all the meat at the bottom was actually warm. Those frozen sections, the frozen packaging that they have, was perfect last week. All of my meat was still very cold. Everything was great. Today's 1 day late delivery, I can't use my meat now because it is too warm to use. It hasn't been on ice. These are literally just like, you can see it, they're just like water now. There's like no coldness to this at all anymore. So I'm currently on my phone actually with a rep from Every Plate, which they are super helpful and I couldn't ask for better people to work with here. Trying to figure out what to do in this situation now that I can't eat the meat that I was so looking forward to. Whether they send me a new box or what's going on if they just send me more meat or give me a voucher. They gave me a $10 voucher yesterday just for it being late, even though it wasn't their fault. It was FedEx's fault. So yeah, we'll see what happens and I'll keep you guys posted. All right, so as you saw, all the meat went bad in my box. The produce were fine, but all the meat was warm. I couldn't use it. I had to throw all of it away. Thankfully, Every Plate reimbursed me with my money of what I spent for that box, which they gave me a lot of money back for the meat, which was very generous and very kind of them. And thank you, Every Plate, for doing that. I sincerely appreciate that and working with me with the bad meat that came. But since I am still waiting on my box to come today, I am cooking a meal from last week yet. It's the Greek chicken pitas, which look absolutely delicious. They look so good. The picture on here looks awesome. They have potatoes with them and I cannot wait to eat these. But I just will be using chicken not from Every Plate. I'll be using chicken that I bought at the store. All right, so let's get cooking. Okay, so for this recipe, it is a 10-minute prep time and a cook time of 35 minutes. This is all the ingredients that Every Plate sent to me. This is all I will need. And then the directions of what to do are on the back. So let's start with preheating the oven to 450. Okay, so first it says preheat oven to 450 degrees, wash all produce, cut potatoes into 1/2 inch thick wedges, toss on a baking sheet with a large drizzle of salt, pepper, and oil, and roast for 20 to 25 minutes. So let's get doing that. I preheated the oven, and let's cut these potatoes and put them on a baking sheet. All right, so the potatoes are already in the oven. That literally took maybe 1 minute to do. Next, we are to slice the cucumber on a diagonal, finely chop a few servings, and then peel the garlic and chop it, and zest and quarter the lemon. I don't have a zester, so I'm gonna try my best to zest the lemon. And then also slice the tomato. So let's see how long this takes. everything is chopped up there, and next it says combine the sour cream, the chopped cucumber, a pinch of garlic and lemon juice, salt and pepper into a bowl. So this mix looks like it's going to be absolutely delicious. Next, we are making the mix for the Turkish spice blend, and we are putting ketchup with this. So all these meals might not necessarily be the most healthy meals, I guess you could say, but you do have the option of picking healthier meals. This looked kind of like a good cheat meal for us, and it's all very fresh, so I'm very excited to see how this is gonna turn out. So I'm not a huge fan of ketchup, but guys, this smells so good. All right, so next it says put our Turkish blend on our chicken. This is gonna be so good. So all we have to do first is put some olive oil on here and then put the Turkish blend on. It's saying to put some garlic, the rest of the garlic and salt on here, and more pepper. There's the garlic. All right, here's the last bit of garlic. I don't know about you guys, but I get really tired of the chicken that we make every week that my husband and I make. So it's so nice to have another recipe that you don't have to go out and buy like a whole bottle of spice just to use it once. And especially if you don't like it and then you're stuck with that whole bottle. So that is something else I really like about these meal systems, is that you get to try it once, and if you don't like it, then never get it again. But it's only $4.99 per meal, so it's not like you're going out and spending like $18 on a meal when you go out to eat, and then you don't even like your meal. We're almost there. We are almost at the ending. We are gonna put this chicken in a pan and cook it for 4 to 6 minutes, it says, until browned. Mine's a little bit cold yet, so it might be a little bit longer for me. I also forgot about the potatoes. I forgot to put the timer on for the potatoes. I'm hoping those are okay. But anyways, let's get this chicken on the stove. So I should probably stop videotaping while I cook, because I might have cooked the chicken a little bit too much. It's a little bit black on one side, but it's still looking really good. This is still about, it was probably a 10-minute prep time like they said. It's taken a half an hour to cook. This is not taking long at all. What's taking long is videotaping while I'm cooking. But other than that, this is going very fast, and it's very true to what they're saying of prep time and cook time. Alright guys, so I have the finished product. I'm super excited to eat this. I also realized I cut my pitas wrong, but it doesn't look exactly like a pita would. But let me show you how delicious this looks and how big this serving size is. And I thought there weren't going to be enough potatoes since there's only 5 potatoes for 2 people. But these potatoes are actually a great amount, and it's a good serving size. Now you all have seen what it is like making a meal from Every Plate. I do recommend this personally for those of you who are looking into a meal delivery system. I would like to try some other ones, as Every Plate was the one and only one I have ever tried. but I also don't want to be spending a fortune on other ones. So if you have any other meal delivery systems that you know are cheaper and aren't $70 a box, please let me know, because I would be more than interested to make a review video on that. And if there's any other review videos you guys want me to make, please shoot a comment below. This is perfect for those nurses out there who don't want to spend a lot of time when they get home to cook after an 8-hour shift or after a 12-hour shift. This would be perfect to even cook after a 12-hour shift. All right, so now I'm gonna go dig in. I have to clean up this kitchen now. But thanks for watching my channel. Please remember to subscribe so I can continue making videos like this. All right, guys, until next time.